Well, off we go now to see Pacific Rim Uprising. What am I expecting from this movie? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. My problem when I watched Pacific Rim for the first time is I expected too much and I really didn't like it. The second time, I accepted it as the love child of Power Rangers and Sharknado, and I loved the movie and was able to have a blast with it. My goal? To do the same with this. Will it succeed? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for Pacific Rim Uprising. So, was it good? Was it what I expected earlier? Was I going to get a mixture of Sharknado and Power Rangers? Oh, yes. Yeah, I definitely got that. Now look, when it comes to a movie like this, we could go one of two directions. We could dive really deep into this. You know, I could go through and tell you, look, as a film critic, let me just tell you, there are some parts of this film that are extremely predictable. I mean, the acting is okay. We have a good performance from John Boyega, and, you know, a lot of stuff seems to flow pretty nicely, but overall pretty shallow. And the ending sort of just happens. Like, you know, we have a nice little build-up, and then we just get to the ending, rendering it slightly disappointing. I could do that. And everything I said, I kind of stand by. I do believe that. But let's look at what we really want. When we're seeing a Pacific Rim movie, is it a movie where we want to get deep? Is it a movie where we just want to dig under layers like an onion? Or is it a movie where we want to unplug and watch gigantic robots beat up gigantic monsters?
Mega pilots, do you understand?
One way to find out.
That's what I'm talking about!
So here's what we got to talk about then. Does it do that? My answer is yes. There is just enough story to sustain the pure joy of giant monsters fighting giant robots. It really is a fantastically fun, unplug your brain. Don't think too much about it, because if you do, you will find all the plot holes. So don't think about it. Just unplug and enjoy the giant robots fighting the giant monsters. So in that, yeah, one of the things that I really liked about it is, unlike Transformers, where we have giant robots fighting all the time, I didn't really notice any shaky cam in this. I felt like when we were in the heat of the action and we were watching robots and monsters fighting, I could see everything that was happening. And that made me so unbelievably happy. Yeah, I think they kind of they had some good, nice build-up and some interesting story going on, and then all of a sudden it's the end of the movie and we're in the final fight. I did sort of feel like that, but then unplugging my brain, I was like, but I don't care that I felt like that. This is just the epic fight. We have cut the nonsense, and we're getting to why we are freaking here. Why we bought our popcorn, why we bought our ticket, and why we're sitting in this chair. To watch these freaking monsters and these freaking robots fight. This whole movie and the whole experience hinges on that. And they did an awesome job with that. And I think they did a good enough job connecting you to all the characters. And they brought in some good brand new characters for this sequel. And I thought they did a good enough job with all those characters that all of them were very likable. They were all very well acted. And they all just brought you in enough that you truly cared about each and every single one of these actors. I mean, I found myself laughing at their cornball lines and dumb jokes, and I was just like, this is fantastic. And so, yeah, I think, though, I'm going to give this movie a solid B. It's not a movie that I'm in a hurry to see again, especially now that I've seen it. I don't know how much it would, hold up on a second viewing. And for a solid B movie, I would say it's definitely worth seeing on the big screen, because, I mean, it's loud. The graphics look incredible. The visuals are really good. So I think it's definitely worth the big screen experience. I mean, just being in an audience of people with the same expectation of, we know it's dumb and we don't care. We are here to unplug our brains and immerse ourselves in giant robots fighting giant monsters. When you're in with that crowd and you're in with that audience enjoying this movie, it's gonna be a good time. It really is. Now, if this kind of thing is not your thing, like monsters versus robots, and you want in-depth story, you want all the different reasons, why would this be happening, why would that be happening, you want to continue to peel things back like an onion, you want depth to this, don't see this. That would then be an utter waste of time for you. But if you love these type of monster movies, then it's definitely a solid B movie. It's definitely something that you could really just let go and have a fun weekend watching this. So there it is. That is my review. And the prime word for this movie just being fun. It is fun. I had a good time in the theater enjoying this. I'm not in a hurry to see it again. I don't own the first one, and I don't want to. And I'm not going to be in a hurry to go out and buy this one. It's just not something I want to watch multiple times. But for this one-time experience, sitting there in the theater, I had a lot of fun with the characters, I had a lot of fun with the robots, and I had a lot of fun with the monsters. And the story! The story was actually a tad bit more intriguing to me than in the first movie, but that's only because it's like, how are we going to bring the monsters back into our world now that we've shut that door to them? So, to me, that added just a little bit of intrigue. But there it is, solid B. You saw this, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian, and hit the bell by the subscribe button. That way you're notified the next time I drop a movie review, theological analysis, ranking video, a how they should have done it. Having a lot of fun with those videos. I got 3 of those up right now. Be sure to check those out. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.